Welcome back to Podcast for Artists. This time, we're tackling Facebook, a platform that you might not immediately think of when you're trying to sell art.
Right.
So maybe help us understand why Facebook is still relevant.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way.
Okay.
Facebook has billions of users worldwide.
Wow.
That's a lot of potential art lovers just waiting to discover your work.
Yeah,
And it's a visual platform.
right.
So that lends itself perfectly to showcasing art,
Mhm.
whether it's through, high quality images or engaging videos.
Right, or even live streams from your studio. Okay, so I'm starting to see the potential here. But how does it work for artists specifically? Where do
Well-
we even begin?
Facebook offers kind of a multifaceted approach. You've got your personal profiles,
Okay.
which are great for connecting with people you know on a more personal level,
Mhm.
sharing your creative journey, building a sense of community.
Right?
And then you have business pages,
Hmm.
which are kind of like your professional storefront.
Okay.
You can showcase your portfolio, you can list artwork for sale, you can even run targeted ads.
So you have that personal touch and then that professional platform.
Right.
What other tools does Facebook provide for artists?
Well, Facebook groups are another powerful resource.
Go ahead.
I mean, imagine like being able to join communities of
Uh.
other artists in your niche. You can share your work,
Yeah.
get feedback, connect with potential buyers who are already, passionate about your style.
Right.
And you can also even create your own group
Oh, wow.
to cultivate, a dedicated following around your specific vision as an artist.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. Let's
Okay.
start with those personal profiles.
Sure.
What are some strategies that artists can use?
I think with personal profiles, it's all about authenticity
Yeah.
and connection. Share your story, your inspirations, your creative process. Really give people a glimpse into you as an artist.
Right. Show the person behind the art.
Exactly.
What kind of content works well for that?
High quality photos of your artwork, of course, but also think about, behind the scenes snippets of your studio, works in progress, time lapses of your creative process.
So a mix of like polished presentation and then also some like raw, real glimpses into your work. What about engaging with your followers? How do you make that personal connection through your profile?
Respond to comments,
Mhm.
answer questions, participate in conversations.
Right.
It's really about building relationships, not just broadcasting your art.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to show your personality, share your struggles, your triumphs, your sense of humor.
Yeah. Let people know who you are as a person.
Exactly.
Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. Let's move on to business pages.
Okay.
How are those different from personal profiles?
I think of a business page as like your online gallery. It's a dedicated space to really showcase your portfolio in a professional way.
Mm-hmm.
Use high-resolution images, organize your work into albums by theme or medium,
Okay.
and write compelling descriptions that really capture the essence of your art.
So it's all about putting your best foot forward, presenting yourself as a professional artist.
Exactly.
Now, what about selling art directly through our business page?
Yeah.
Is that possible on Facebook?
It is absolutely. Facebook Shop, it
Mhm.
allows you to create a virtual storefront
Oh, wow.
directly on your page.
Okay.
So that makes it so convenient for people to browse and purchase your art without ever leaving Facebook.
That sounds like a game changer for artists who are looking to streamline their sales process.
It can be.
Are there any tips for making the most of Facebook Shop?
I think high quality product photos are essential, as well as detailed descriptions that highlight the unique features of each piece. Think about offering, a variety of price points and sizes
Okay.
to appeal to a wider range of buyers.
That makes sense. So we've got personal profiles for connection.
Right.
We've got business pages for showcasing and selling. Let's dive into the world of Facebook groups now.
Okay.
How can artists find the right groups for them?
Well, you can start by searching for groups related to your specific medium or style,
Okay.
or even your geographic location.
Uh-huh.
And look for active groups, engaged members, and, relevant discussions. And don't be afraid to join a few different groups to see where you feel most comfortable,
Right.
and where your work is best received.
And once we're in a group,
Yeah,
how do we participate without being overly promotional?
right. It's a delicate balance. It's really about adding value to the community.
Okay.
So participate in conversations, offer helpful advice.
When you do share your own work, make sure it's strategic and aligns with the group's guidelines
Yeah.
and the overall tone.
So it's about being a genuine member of the community, not just someone who's looking to sell their art.
Right.
I think that's key for any kind of online engagement.
It is.
So how do we actually get our art seen by more people on Facebook? There's so much content out there. How do we stand out?
Well, that's where engagement and promotion come in.
Right. Because just existing on Facebook isn't enough.
Right.
You have to make sure that your art stands out.
Yeah. How do we grab attention and keep people engaged? You have to think visually and strategically. High-quality images are crucial, but you can go beyond static photos.
Yeah.
Think about incorporating video into your content strategy. Short, engaging videos like Reels or Facebook stories can be really effective.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
It's like bringing your studio to life for your followers. What kind of video content works well on Facebook?
You could share behind-the-scenes snippets of your studio, works in progress, time lapses of your painting technique.
Oh, cool.
People love to see the magic happen. You could even do like a quick studio tour or a close-up look at the details of a new piece.
Those are great ideas.
Yeah.
It's about pulling back the curtain and inviting people into your creative world.
What about engaging with your audience in real time?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of Facebook Live, but I'm not sure how that works for artists.
Facebook Live is a great tool for connecting with your audience on a deeper level. You know, imagine hosting a live painting demonstration, a Q&A session about your work, or even like a virtual studio tour.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a digital open studio event where anyone in the world can join.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Any tips for making the most of Facebook Live?
Well, I think promoting your live sessions in advance
Okay.
so people know when to tune in,
Right.
having a clear plan for what you'll be doing or discussing during the session, but most importantly, be yourself.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
The more authentic and engaging you are,
Mm.
the more your audience will connect with you.
Okay, so we've talked about creating engaging content,
Right.
connecting with our audience in real time. How do we make sure our posts are actually seen by more people?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Facebook's algorithm can be a bit of a mystery.
It can be.
How do we break through the noise?
Well, one strategy is to focus on creating high-quality content that people genuinely want to see and share. Think about what kind of content you enjoy seeing from other artists
Right.
and what kind of information or insights you find valuable.
Okay, so put ourselves in our audience's shoes
Exactly.
and create content that we would find engaging.
Right.
But even with great content, we might need a little extra boost to reach a wider audience. Are there tools on Facebook that can help us with that?
Absolutely. Facebook offers several tools for amplifying your reach.
Okay.
You can boost individual posts for a small fee. You can create targeted Facebook ads
Okay.
to reach specific demographics interests, or even people who have already interacted with your page or your website.
So what's the difference between boosting a post and creating a Facebook ad?
Okay, so boosting a post is a great way to give an already popular post a little extra push.
Okay.
It's simple to do,
Uh-huh.
and it can be effective for increasing engagement and reach for a specific piece of content.
Okay.
Facebook ads, on the other hand, are more powerful and allow for much more granular targeting.
Okay.
You can get really specific about who you want to reach based on their demographics, their interests, their behaviors, and even their location.
So boosting is like a quick burst of visibility.
Right.
And then ads are more strategic and targeted.
Exactly.
What about Facebook Shop?
Yeah.
We touched on that earlier. How can we promote our shop and drive sales through Facebook?
You can showcase your shop items in your regular posts and stories.
Okay.
You can run ads specifically promoting your shop or individual products. And if you're doing a live sale or a virtual event, be sure to highlight your shop.
It sounds like there's so many ways to leverage Facebook to promote our art and connect with potential buyers. But it's also clear that Facebook requires a strategic approach. It's not just about posting randomly and hoping for the best.
You got to have a plan.
Right.
Think about your goals,
Right.
your target audience, and the kind of content that resonates with them.
Yeah.
And then use Facebook's tools strategically to amplify your reach, engage your followers, and ultimately drive sales.
That's great advice.
Thanks.
And speaking of strategic tools, we haven't even talked about Facebook groups and events yet.
Yeah.
Facebook groups and events.
These are often overlooked, but they can be game changers.
Okay. For building community and promoting your art.
Let's start with groups.
Okay.
We mentioned them briefly earlier, but I'm eager to hear more about how artists can really use these strategically.
So think of Facebook groups as like these virtual gathering places for people with shared interests.
Okay.
There are groups for every imaginable niche, including tons of art-related communities.
So how do we find the right groups for our specific style or medium?
Well, start by searching for groups related to your art form or your genre,
Okay.
maybe even your geographic location.
Mhm.
Look for groups with active members, engaging discussions, and a welcoming atmosphere.
And once we've joined a group,
Yeah,
how do we participate effectively without being, too promotional?
right. You don't want to just spam people.
Right.
It's all about adding value to the community. So engage in conversations, offer helpful advice, share insights from your own experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you do share your own work, make sure it's relevant to the group's focus and follow their guidelines. So it's about building those relationships
Exactly.
and establishing yourself as a valuable member of that community. What are some specific ways that artists can use groups to promote their art subtly?
Well, you can participate in threads where people are asking for recommendations for artists
Right.
in your particular style. You can offer to do art critiques or share tips and tutorials related to your expertise.
Right.
And when it feels appropriate, you can, mention your own work as an example,
Right.
or offer to share more information if people are interested.
It's about being helpful and genuine,
Yeah,
not just pushing your art on people.
exactly.
I like that approach. Now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about Facebook events. How can artists use these to their advantage?
So events are a fantastic way to announce and promote happenings
Ah,
online and offline
Okay.
related to your art. You can create events for exhibitions, open studios, workshops, live painting demonstrations, virtual gallery tours. I mean, the list goes on.
it sounds like a great way to generate excitement and buzz
It is.
around your art.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we make our events stand out?
Okay, well, create an eye-catching event page
Okay.
with high-quality images or videos.
Mhm.
Write a compelling description that highlights, the unique aspects of your event.
Okay.
Invite your followers,
Huh.
share the event in relevant groups,
Mm-hmm.
and consider boosting the event post to reach a wider audience.
So it's about leveraging all of Facebook's tools to maximize that visibility and engagement.
Right.
Are there any specific strategies for using events to drive sales?
Absolutely. If you're selling art at your event, be sure to highlight that
Okay.
in the event description and on the event page.
Mhm.
You can even create a Facebook shop specifically for the event,
Oh, wow.
making it easy for attendees to browse and buy your work.
That's really smart.
Yeah, it creates a seamless experience
Right.
for attendees, and it eliminates friction in that buying process.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
This has been such an insightful conversation.
I'm glad you think so.
We've covered so much ground. It's clear that Facebook offers a lot of opportunities
It does.
for artists to connect with their audience,
Yeah,
showcase their work, and build a thriving art business.
for sure. It's definitely a platform worth exploring
Yeah.
and experimenting with.
Absolutely.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
The key is to find what works best for you, your art, and your goals.
That's great advice. If you're eager to learn more about the specifics of selling art on Facebook, we highly recommend checking out the article, How to Sell Art on Facebook, an artist's guide.
Great article.
On marketyourart.net, you'll find the link in the description below. And until next time, keep connecting, and keep pushing those creative boundaries.
Absolutely.
We'll see you in our next episode.